And we're down to the final match of this Saturday triple header sa inyo pong Philippines Football League 2024-2025 season. And it's between Taguig and Cebu. Maharlika Taguig FC facing off against Dynamic Herb Cebu FC. The Gentle Giants, of course, trying to solidify their hold of their possession doon po sa ating top 4 in the league table, which we will get to in just a short while. Maharlika Taguig, of course, would want to improve on their record and try to challenge one of the contenders here. Let's take a look at the updated league table after Kaya, of course, a masterclass 8-1 against Mendiola. Kani-kanina lang, up to 13 points now. Number 1 in the league table, followed by 1 Taguig. Manila Digger FC, the surprise of the season so far. And then Dynamic Herb Cebu at number 4 with 10 points. Maharlika, of course, dun sa bandang ibaba with 4. And Cebu, it's been quite an inconsistent stretch for them so far in terms of their campaign. Started out strong, number 1 in the league table, but a scoreless draw against 1 Taguig. And then, of course, finally coming from behind. Let's take a look at the starters for both sides. For Maharlika Taguig, ito po ang kanilang formation. Looks like a textbook 4-3-3 for Coach Marian Mihail, plus some of the substitutes here. Well, of course, MJ Libre. He also goes by MJ Canicosa. Right there, number 9 on the right wing. One of the key personnel dito for Maharlika na babantayan, mamarkahan ng Cebu. Dumako naman tayo sa Gentle Giants. A look at their starters for this match. Again, Cebu just trying to find that consistency. And ito sila. Again, that familiar 3-5-2 for Coach Nihat Tungkaya, as the Gentle Giants will look to add more points sa kanilang league table total so far, 10 points. Medyo kumakatok sa pintuan ng Stallion Laguna at yung Davao Aguilas. And Cebu, again, it was a draw doon sa kanilang laban against 1 Taguig. That was at home. And then they also lost to Manila Digger. Quite an upset that was. But finally, a come from behind victory over Davao. And that is our match at hand, set to unfold in just a short while. And this is, of course, the Philippines Football League 2024-2025 season. Makapanood po sa PFL Facebook, YouTube, and on Premier Football. At ang live broadcast na ito hatid sa atin ng Match Day Media. Let's send you over to the pitch for the official march in and pre-match pleasantries. But don't go away, we have the kickoff in just a short while. as we take a look at the protagonists for this final match of your Saturday triple header in the PFL. Maharlika Taguig, of course, in their familiar black, and then in contrast, Cebu, makikita natin in their all white. And our match officials for the evening, our lead referee is Raymart De Los Santos, the assistant referees Paul Galicia and KB Nanyola. The fourth official is Timothy De Castro. Roberto Hernandez is your referee assessor, and your match commissioner, Mr. Richard Ganaban. Ito po ang Maharlika in their black, and of course you can see the branding on their kits. That has been with them for quite some time now. And then sa kabilang panig naman, syempre Cebu, nakita natin kanina in their white. And the captains now making their way. It's John Bancole and June Badelic. Of course, Florencio Badelic Jr. And ang mga pangalan po ng ating mga opisyales, again, being shown on your screens. Raymart De Los Santos doing the toss ahead of the kick-off. And for Maharlika, well, still no Serge Cowley for them. But he's getting there, recovering, and he looks to rejoin the lineup after a few more match days. Kenry Balobo, the initial choice here for tonight, in between the sticks. And masusubukan dito yung depensa ng Maharlika Taguig against Cebu, which loves to overload. Again, that 3-5-2 for them. Yung karamihan doon sa midfield nila, they tend to rush forward and just find, of course, the connection. And this is Cebu, the Gentle Giants. It's still a busy stretch for them. Dumating sila dito sa Maynila. We are, of course, at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. Cebu, they train in back there in Cebu. Lumipad sila kaninang madaling araw. They arrived here in Manila. And you know, economically speaking, it's better for them to just stay in Cebu, train there, and just fly in and out whenever they have matches. But speaking of traveling, they still have a match to play in the ACL too. But first things first, it's Maharlika Taguig going up against Cebu FC. And we're off. Maharlika with the first possession here. Playing from left to right on your screens. And just a quick clearance there para itigil yung ating laro. Well, not the start we all wanted here, but well, part of the feeling out process perhaps. First time for Cebu and Maharlika to square off against each other. At nabanggit nga natin, it was a strong start for Cebu. 6 quick points for them, 2 victories. Pero all of a sudden, just trying to find their rhythm back here. Amirul, Gutierrez, and Charles Dabao III making up that back 3 for them dun sa kanilang formation. Bancole will leave it up front. That's Darlton Digha into the box, but not enough support there. Mabilis ring, napigil ng Cebu ang pagkakataon na yon. Opening few minutes of the match. Maharlika, only 4 points for them as they send it to Badelic. Badelic joined by Jack Zambrano. Sila yung dalawang goalkeeper rito para sa Cebu. Yusuf Cekic, pahinga muna. Maraming wala dito for Cebu. Papasadahan natin maya-maya as we go along with this broadcast. Jacob Liao, Eman Genko, Rintaro Hama, John Lucero, even Berke Onde. and si Alimao. Yan yung mga hindi lumipad for this match. Well, of course, Coach Dihatum Kaya just opting to rest them as well. Meron pa silang laro sa ACL 2, AFC Champions League 2. Hindi pa tapos ang kanilang kampanya doon. Going up against Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors FC of South Korea. As you can see, it's a bouncy field here. Korsame trying to get the ball, but William Winter napuruhan niya doon while he was airborne. Bola balik sa Maharlika. They send it to the back and now forward for Tesu. Pero nawala ang bola. Now again, it's going to be an interesting look here for Maharlika defensively. Paano nila mamarkahan yung mga starters rito for Cebu? Abu C and Marius Core, part of the attack here. And in the meantime, Libre. Well, Libre and Corsame magkasama yan. Someone's already down here for Cebu. And that's Rhino Gutierrez. He is in obvious pain here. Wonder what happened. It was away from the ball. Ito, galing sa gitna. Ooh, just an awkward landing there. Not really much contact here. Number 45 for Cebu. Of course, ginagamit nila itong si Gutierrez minsan sa likod. But sometimes he can also come forward, especially in corner set pieces, utilizing that height advantage. Jaime Rosquillo also part of the starting lineup here for Cebu. And so well, he is going to be stretchered out here. Well, not the way either side wanted to start the match. And we can only hope for the best here. Opening 5 or 6 minutes of the contest. And of course, Gutierrez, malaki ang responsibilidad rin na binibigay sa kanya defensively, and also, nabanggit ko nga, on the set pieces for Cebu, whenever that ball is in front, doon sa kanilang attacking half. And as you can see, Gutierrez stretchered out. Papu is telling him to, kapit lang. There's going to be an injury substitution here. That's for sure. Malalim pa rin naman ang lineup rito for Cebu. They have Sam Strong, Masaya Kobayashi, Ryo Togashi, Barish Tasi, also part of the substitutions. Chima Uzoka, JB Borlongan, Gaito Mailand. Yan ang mga outfielders nila. They send the ball back here to Cebu. Badelik, Kore, they will build from the back here. Nakababa lang ang Maharlika. As we resume the action here, Korsame. Korsame starting this match playing left. As we all know, well, Cebu, they love to mix it up. Korsame, sometimes Borlongan, kabilaan yan. And versatile players, wingers for Cebu. Rosquillo. Balik sa kabila, that's Charles Dabao III. Papu. Well, Cebu taking their time. Maharlika seems to compress yung gitna ng ating playing field. trying to meet Cebu, trying to trap them. Amirul sends it, intended for Kainoa Bailey. But it's been foiled by Maharlika. You can see the energy here from Maharlika defensively. Sinubukang ilusot, and now Huatam. Kainoa Bailey. Huatam ang kanyang kasama doon sa kanan. They try to connect. Huatam, Zamorano. With a lot of black shirts in the area for Maharlika, and kept in play. Play continues here finally. Looks like Maharlika able to really put a stop to that spell for Cebu. And Corsame, lalayo lang yung bola. This gives Cebu the time to insert. Looks like it's Masaya Kobayashi. Siya ang ipapalit rito for Rhino Gutierrez. And just a short-lived stint for him. Again, we just hope that it's nothing serious. Libre. Contra Corsame, they 1-2 with Winter. This stays inside the cross. It's not met by Digha. They try to recover, but nobody home here for Maharlika. As Badelik will once again restart for Cebu. Gadia up front, that one intended for Bailey. Quite surprised, medyo may halong pagmamadali rito for Daniel Gadia. Recovered by Maharlika. Tesu, ibabalik muna sa likod. That's Bancole. John Bancole rather, and Coffee Bini. Sila yung dalawang central defenders rito for Maharlika. It's going to be a tough task for them against the forwards and the attacking midfielders of the other side, the Gentle Giants. 10 minutes now into the contest early on. A 0-0 battle so far. Maharlika, Taguig, and Cebu FC. The Gentle Giants just seeking that consistency here after a strong start, falling to number 4 in the league table. They've dropped points. They lost to Manila Digger, and then a scoreless draw against One Taguig. The through pass, it's for Bailey. They send it to Abu C, pero masyadong masikip, and Kenry Balobo will collect. Balobo, of course, so action for Kaya. Well, a lot more playing time for him as the top choice goalkeeper for Maharlika. No Javi Coscolwela for Maharlika. Coscolwela, of course, also saw action for Loyola. Now he's back with Maharlika, although not in uniform for tonight. Menzi controls. Hinahabol ni Kore. They keep it alive. Libre. Although mawawala ang bola. Kore. And now Cebu. Overloading yung kanilang harapan. Bailey sends it forward for Amirul. Doon sa kanan. Camille Amirul makes his move. Kore taken down, and they say it's a foul. Pagkakataon for Cebu, it's a promising spot here. Yan sa bandang kanan. A direct free kick here. Kore able to draw the contact from John Bancole, who also wears the captain's armband here for Maharlika Taguig. Now that's Ahmad Saidi rather. So Ahmad Saidi. Bailey and Hoatham talking strategy here for Cebu. Pagkakataon in the inside of the first dozen minutes. And obviously plenty of white shirts have come up. Nag-iwan lang sila ng dalawa. Si Davao lang at si Amirul ang nasa labas ng kahon. Everyone else inside. Here's the delivery and the clearance from Bancole. Bancole obviously with the height here. Recovered by Dabao and he will send it back to Badelik. Cebu will reset. Amirul. Bailey. Switching direction, trying to fend off the defense here. Flicks it para kay Abusi. And walang halong pagmamadali rito for Cebu. They know how to run their sets here. Kobayashi. And Kobayashi siya yung bagong pasok. Siya ang inilagay rito. Abusi didn't get a solid touch there inside. And now Maharlika can transition to their offense as Saidi gets taken down. Trying to run and pull off a quick counter. Si Bailey ang sumabit sa kanya. Lawrence Baguio also part of the starters for Coach Marian Mihail, who is from Romania. Maharlika Taguig, of course, formerly Maharlika Manila. It's a new tie-up for them. Maharlika, of course, the club tracing its roots to the seven-a-side game, kung saan heavily involved yung former men's national team defender na si Anton Del Rosario. Kasama pa ni Anton dyan sa koponan na yan before, sina Nico Bolzico, sina Dan Matsunaga, staple players then back from the UFL days. 14 minutes now. And it's a 50-50 battle so far. Wala pa namang nakaalagwa rito. Not plenty of attempts either. Although Cebu, they did get the ball to the box a couple of times. Amirul, back and forth. Bailey. And cannot escape the defense of Lawrence Baguio. Well, Baguio out of the NCAA. Naglaro para sa De La Salle College of St. Benilde. Actually, one best defender there ng kanyang collegiate days and showing us just how tough he is pagdating sa markahan. Charles, balik kay Papu. That's the connection doon sa kaliwang banda. And we can also see Huatam papalit-palit rin rito. Sometimes on the left, sometimes sa kanan, trying to meet with either Bailey or Corsame. But it's pretty obvious na si Corre at si C, sila yung dalawang nasa pinakaunahan dito. Corre intended for C, masyadong malakas. And it ends up with Balobo. Past the 15th minute mark. And this live broadcast, of course, brought to us by Matchday Media. Napapanood po tayo on the Philippines Football League Facebook, YouTube, and on Premier Football. The official match ball is Sports Tribe. Do like and share the broadcast. Do sound off in the comment section below. Feel free to engage. It's a long one here for Balobo. Pero dumiretso lang sa kabila. Yung kanyang counterpart na goalkeeper, that's June Badelik, of course. Corsame. Baba muna si Kobayashi rito, although he seems to be playing that sixth spot kung tawagin. Siya yung sais rito ng Cebu. Oh, that one misses Abusi. Papunta sana sa kanya. Couldn't get a touch on that one. And if you're Maharlika, paunti-unti, you're going to be satisfied not conceding the goal yet, but you have to work on something offensively here. Malayo-layo pa tayo rito. It's just the 17th minute. First half action so far. Another long ball here for Maharlika. Hindi nila pinapadaan masyado sa midfield. Try to go direct. If it's coming from a defensive stop, they just try to dribble it forward. And now once more, Saidi. And now Tesu. Pero naagawan ni Huatam. And now Abusi again. Pagkakataon for Cebu. Kore. Back to C from long range. We'll talk about an attempt from distance, pero that's not as polished as it could have been. Abusi wasting no time. That will count as a shot, but it's way off target. Tingnan natin, going to his left. And then look at that strike. Well, trying to pull off a screamer here. But too early for that for Abusi. C, of course, played for Stallion, played for Kaya. Well, has a penchant for joining contenders here and now is with Cebu. Bancole throws up a long one. And now Canicoza libre, the shot. That one on target but not enough power to really challenge Badelik, who just makes that token save. Just a routine save dito para kay June Badelik. Collision. Play continues. Ibabalik muna sa likuran. That's Charles Dabao. Or Gadia rather. And now Dabao to Corsame. Corsame. A quick change. Evades two defenders, and that is an obvious foul on Libre. Magkakakilala na yan sina Libre at Corsame. It's a small tight-knit community kung saan sila nanggaling. As we take a look at this, just that quick change in direction, trying to accelerate Corsame. Napigilan nga lang ni Libre. But a good foul to take here to delay the attack here for Cebu. Yun nga lang, it's a direct free kick. And again, the players lining up at the edge of the box. Here's the go signal. It's Huatam. Good spin on that one, but it's only Balobo, the recipient. Halos nangangalahati na tayo in the first half, approaching the 21st minute of the action here. Still 0-0 so far. No early incursions for either side. There have been some attempts, but not really enough to challenge the two shot stoppers. Rosquillo. And every time Cebu wins possession back, you can just expect them to build from the back quite easily. Hindi pa minamarkahan rito ng Maharlika. Libre loses control, dispossessed, and that's Corsame responsible for that. Rosquillo sends it forward to Amirul. Kanyang kakampi dyan sa likuran. Gadia. It's a lob forward intended for Huatam, but it instead reaches the mitts of Balobo. Well, Kenry Balobo, between the two goalkeepers, has been the busier. And a 59% control here for Cebu as far as possessions are concerned. So far, with a bigger share of the ball. It's a foot race here between Dabao and Winter. And sabi nila, hindi yun shoulder to shoulder. And that's what Dabao is trying to contest. But I think he knows it. Again, from that release. Well, just a slight nudge coming from Charles Dabao III. And now suddenly Maharlika has this ball dito sa kanilang unahan. They have won some significant meters here, and Moon Tesu is going to try and lob it in dito sa kanilang attacking third. A promising spot to take this direct free kick for Maharlika. Only Corsame nearby, and we know the intention here is pretty clear. And kita natin yung mga matatangkad na player rito ng Maharlika Bancole and also Coffee. Here's the connection. Well, it's met by Kore mainly. And now clearance Cebu. No trouble whatsoever for Cebu on that attempt for Maharlika to get that scoring opportunity. Halfway mark of the first half. Gadia. Nasa kaliwang banda naman ngayon. Amirul. Bailey. He has Kobayashi nearby. Kobayashi sends it forward. Kore able to control against Coffee. Kore. Ibabalik muna Bagya. Bailey. And now he lobs it inside. Deflected. And a foul on Amirul as he went airborne. Nasuwag lang from behind. Yung kanyang katapat doon for Maharlika. Bola babalik sa Taguig. So here's the initial denial by Bancole. And then sinubukan kunin ni Amirul but Darlton Digha natamaan rin doon. Darlton Digha also coaching Adamson in the past season. Adamson University, their men's football program. Balobo going outside of his area. Bancole got a touch. But a whistle blown once more ang referee natin, Raymart De Los Santos. The assistants, Paul Galicia and KB Nanyola. The fourth official, Timothy De Castro. Yan po ang ating mga match officials. Tesu thought about it, moves to his right. Not sure of the decision making there, as this is an easy save to make again for Badelik. Sinusubukan sigurong gulatin si Badelik, try to catch him off guard. And now a long one, straight to Balobo. Huatam and Abusi not at all nearby, as Daniel Gadia will be called for this foul. The extension of the arm. Si Michael Menzi naman yung natulak doon. Oh, Michael Menzi, of course, a tough guy here. But Gadia also equally tough. Hindi lang napigil yung momentum doon ni Gadia. Natukod yung balikat ni Menzi. But just a case of too much. They tried to go direct and now Badelik kind of rebounds that ball. Rising and just rushing forward to prevent further problems. And as you can see, it's methodical here for Cebu. Hindi sila nagmamadali rito. They know the kind of sets that they're trying to run. Bailey controls. Being bothered here. Ibibigay muna kay Kobayashi. Kobayashi now sets up Huatam. There is some room to work with here. Huatam bounces off Menzi. And it looks like Angeles collects. That's Marvin Angeles, of course. Si Marvin naglalaro pa rin for Kaya. Transitioning into perhaps what could be a counter here. That one finds Libre. And eventually gathered by Badelik. June Badelik. They have been needing his help in the past few plays. Tumataas na rin yung activity rito ni Badelik. Kanina it was really just Balobo getting involved. Bailey from the right. Against Baguio, sila magkatapat. Ibabalik ulit kay Huatam. Quick short passing here, Cebu. Bailey. And now Kore into the area. But masyadong lampas para kay Abusi. Hindi na maaabutan. And Maharlika Taguig will once again get this possession. Well, puro long ball for Taguig here. Ito yung kanilang pinakahuling pagkakataon. They had Darlton Digha alone. But again, Badelik just scooping that one Then may isa pang pagkakataon doon naman sa kanan, intended for MJ Libre. Pero wala pa rin so far here. Balobo sends this long ball. And it's Gadya who got the touch. Corsame babalik doon sa gitna. Tesu trying to salvage the possession but they won't. They lose it. And once again, Cebu pretty much in control of the ball. Gadya, quick passing here for Cebu and they get it to the midfield just like that. And now they are going to transition to this offensive sequence once more. But Amirul leaving the ball for Bailey. Well, too much to handle sa pagkakataon na yun for Bailey. Still in the first half here as we take a look at Amirul. Former youth national team player. Kasama niya doon si Jaime Rosquillo. And now the two defenders with Cebu in club competition. Kenry Balobo wearing the distinct red kit here. Just to contrast with the black uniforms for Maharlika. Kore. Contra Coffee. Kore to his left. Ibibigay sana kay Kobayashi. Somehow ends up there. Just outside of the box. Kore recovers. It's a reset for Cebu. And now the header. But Kobayashi, it's way too above and out. Masaya Kobayashi, of course. An early replacement here para rito kay Rhino Gutierrez. As we take a look at this delivery from Bailey. Well, perhaps Abu C was the intended recipient as well. Malapit rin sa bola si Abu C. But nevertheless, Maharlika again preventing something from happening. And sa mga kakapasok lang sa ating live broadcast, again, Rhino Gutierrez started this contest but had to be taken off the field in the 6th minute. Had an awkward fall. And he had to be stretchered out. Si Masaya Kobayashi ang pumalit sa kanya doon sa bandang likuran for Cebu. Throw in for Maharlika here. As we're about to approach the half-hour point of this contest. Isang oras pa of playing time here between Maharlika and Cebu. As both sides try to strike first. Menzi and Libre. Corsame. Nahawakan bahagya ni Menzi and that's why the foul was called. Maharlika quite upset they did not get a call prior. Well, 1-2 between Menzi and a sliding challenge from Baguio. But play continues. Ref playing advantage. Ilalabas muna yung bola ng Cebu. They will try to fair play this one back in. Well, it's difficult to say from that angle if Baguio got all ball. It's clear that tumumba si Kainoa Bailey doon. Quite a dangerous challenge to say the least. Nagkaintindihan naman yung dalawa. Maharlika, they fair play it back in. Recovered by Rosquillo. Cebu will kickstart the offense once more from the back. Rosquillo to the other side. Charles Dabao. A bit of pressure there from Libre. Binalik muna kay Badelik. Rosquillo. It's a long one. Trying to go above the line. Baguio trying to keep it in play. Gadya leaves it for Corsame. A lot of space to operate. Maganda ang buwelo rito ni Papu. Huatam kontra Menzi. Making his move. It's a quick 1-2 but it's too heavy for Abu C. Somehow they managed to keep it alive. And now Kore. Kore, Huatam. Does not go to Kore, instead goes to Gadia. But from behind, bothered by Maharlika. A good spell for Cebu, but all for naught. That's been denied by Maharlika for now. Rosquillo. Amirul. Cebu will try to reset the offense here. Abu C. Number 77, by himself. They try to connect with a 1-2 there. Hoatam and Kore. Masyadong mabigat yung touches ng Cebu rito. Coming off the pass, they're able to control but not as precise as they would have wanted to. Look at this pass from Hoatam to Kore. Well, perhaps Kore also a bit too late, did not recognize yung intention doon ni Hoatam, as we have a player down for Taguig. I think that's Kofi Bini. Getting help from John Bancole, fellow foreigner here. Well, Serge Caule still recovering from an injury that has forced him out for 3 weeks now. And Caule, sabi niya, he's targeting a return against one Taguig. Well, that's the Taguig Derby. In the meantime, outswinger here, corner set piece. Bailey masyadong mababa. And that's met by Angeles. It looks like they will transition into a corner. Pagkakataon rito for Maharlika. Libre. Not enough numbers here. Bumababa ang depensa ng Cebu. Intended 1-2, but that is just going to be a routine catch for Badelik. Not enough numbers for Maharlika. Sayang yung takbo doon ni Winter. Kore. Into open space. Abu C. Right wing. Makes his turn inside Hoatam. Hoatam trying to wrest control. Abu C again, a wild one. And it just goes out. Well, nothing really going here for Cebu. They're getting the ball to the attacking third into the box. But it's compact so far for Maharlika. Not really surrendering an inch here. Balobo taking his time. Anim lang ang substitutes ng Maharlika rito. 6 outfield players, and then the substitute keeper is Joshua Halog. As another whistle here. Oh, this time Darlton Digha and Daniel Gadia. Let's see this, another long ball. And then Corsame. I think they were trying to contest a handball there. Amirul, hindi naman ibibigay. Kobayashi. Winter, well, not much pressure here again from Maharlika. Naka-drop down lang ang depensa nila rito. They're trying to meet kung ano man ang ibibigay ng Cebu sa kanila. They're just meeting that doon na mismo sa loob ng kahon. Well, no, they're not compelled to really press here, Maharlika. And if there is a counter-attack, if there is something above the line, that's the time that they try to sneak in something offensively. 37 minutes now of what is still a 0-0 battle so far. Scoreless fixture between Maharlika Taguig and Dynamic Herb Cebu. Magandang gabi na po sa kanilang lahat. And this is once again the Philippines Football League 2024-2025 season. The live broadcast presentation hatid sa atin ng Matchday Media. Hoatam intended for Kore. And the Bao will just track this ball down. And June Badelik nasa labas na ng penalty area. Well, not much involvement as this ball has stayed on the attacking half of Cebu. Cebu, sila po yung nakaputi. Maharlika in black. And Cebu, of course, on your screens right now, playing right to left. Here is the intent once more. Pero pansin natin, just a lot of black shirts really converging every time that ball enters the box. Well, someone's down here for Maharlika. Looks like it's Angeles. Play goes on, and Bailey, don't think he realizes it. And they're requesting the fair play here. Cebu trying to take advantage. And now Angeles can recover. Napilitang tumayo si Angeles doon kahit medyo iika-ika siya just to try and stop the Cebu attack. But again, they send the shot to the skies here, Cebu. And that is Marvin Angeles. In some obvious pain. Perhaps a slight twist sa kanyang left ankle. Usually, ginagawa lang ng mga players dyan. Hihigpitan yung sintas. And we'll just let the adrenaline sort of make up for that for now. Oh, looks like Abu C and Marvin Angeles nagkasabitan pala ng paa doon. Ooh, and a rare miscue there from Rosquillo. Napalakas masyado yung kanyang bigay. And as you can see, Maharlika actually has more shot attempts compared to Cebu. And it's and the play, you know, has developed usually from the middle and the attacking half of Cebu, but it's not as end-to-end as other matches. Again, not a lot of attempts here yet from Cebu. Well, on paper, you want to expect them to try and overload and try to get as many as they could. Maharlika only 4 shots either, coming off counter attacks kadalasan para sa kanila. Menzi try and find Digha, but to no avail, as we are past the 40th minute of the contest here. About 5 more minutes plus added time bago ang pagtatapos ng ating first half, and so far it's scoreless. Well, we did see Cebu flip the switch against Davao Aguilas UMAC. That was a match they trailed 2-0, and all of a sudden they won it 3-2. But against One Taguig, already a scoreless draw. That was at home. Doon po yan sa Dynamic Herb Borromeo Sports Complex. Hindi nakaisa ang Cebu against the visiting One Taguig side, and now almost magtatatlong halves na you know, Cebu has not scored against a Taguig based side. 90 minutes scoreless result against One Taguig, and now 42 minutes, still nothing here against Maharlika Taguig. Amirul, but you can see the patience here on the part of the Gentle Giants. Just short passing here, trying to move it from left to right. An errant pass there from Dabao opens up for William Winter, but quickly recovered by Charles Dabao III. Winter a bit shaken up. Cebu will try to transition, but Kobayashi opts to send it to Rosquillo. Amirul, Kore, and Kore bumaba muna, will send that ball out. William Winter is shaken up here. And Tinulungan rito ni June Badelic. Well, June Badelic did not really have to make that many saves. Here's a bit of a miscommunication between Dabao and Rosquillo, although Winter, on the intended counter-attack on his run, lost his footing there. Now back up on his feet as Cebu will try to reset. Amirul. Bailey sends it a bit forward for Abusi. Not really a solid control. Gadia flicks it forward, but it's wide. Using the left boot, Daniel Gadia. And Balobo taking his time once more. Well, just trying to manage the minutes here. Core able to receive. See, trying to give it for Hoatam. And they will just clear it. Bancole. Now Abusi again. Abusi, every time he has that ball or it's being given to him, being bothered here by the defense of Maharlika. Michael Menzi this time. Digha. Well, Maharlika can't really come up with anything here as far as yung build-up plays. It's really just one pass or two passes tapos mawawala na yung bola sa kanila, but Cebu also throwing it away as we are inside of the final minute of the first half plus added time. Just awaiting confirmation kung ilan bang itataas rito ni fourth referee Timothy De Castro. Hoatam controls with his chest pero mukhang yung buong katawan niya nasa labas na. Outside of the touchline, balik sa Maharlika ang bola, but again, they have to build up, try to do a better job of keeping that ball, and as I say that, again, they almost lose it. And from behind, a foul on Rosquillo. He's quite fortunate, hindi pa iaangat yung yellow card, but definitely on MJ Libre from behind. Na-recover ng Maharlika yung bola. Menzi sending it to Digha, and now Libre's shaken up. And as this is happening, 3 minutes of added time. Katataas lang ng ating fourth official. So +3 here. Well, of course, this is a stoppage. Hindi natin inaasahan ito. This will definitely add to the stoppage time. So tatantsahin na lang ng ating referee. And you saw the replay. Here's a different look. Menzi recovers. Darlton Digha trying to send it forward to Libre. And from behind, Rosquillo. Well, Rosquillo, the size disparity against Libre. Medyo iindahin talaga ni MJ Libre yan. Libre is from Enderan Colleges. Also plays for their futsal varsity team. Well, Maharlika just throwing it away. Uncharacteristically. Abusi. Sinubukang ibalik rito, but it ends up with Libre. Trying to thread that needle for Digha. But they come up with nothing, Maharlika. Well, chances have been scarce for Maharlika. And for Cebu, not enough scoring opportunities either for them. Korsame. To the middle, Kobayashi. Andun din si Bailey. Hindi naabot yung pasa. And now Maharlika, another chance to go on a counter-attack. Tesu, ibibigay sana kay Winter. But still nothing. Ooh, a hard challenge there. And Menzi, well, he knows it. And apologetic here, Daniel Gadia. Well, Menzi again, we know, a tough defender here. Pero delikado lang talaga yung ginawa niya. And Daniel Gadia in a world of pain right now. this will just add to the stoppage. So at least 3 minutes. We're already in the third minute of stoppage time, but do expect this match to last a few more sequences. Here's the replay here. And that one from the left side, not really in a so-called legal defending stance whatsoever. Menzi clipping the legs of Gadia. Well, definitely tough to say it's a play on the ball when that's what happened in reality. And that's a look at Michael Menzi, the brother of Odi Menzi, who plays for Kaya. Back to the live action. Kosame gives it to Abusi. A short one intended for Huatam. Cleared by Bancole once again. Well, there is still leeway here for Cebu to try and find something. See, controlling with the chest. 2 touches to Kore, but they lose it. Amirul, it's a long one once more. But it's wide, and that is the halftime whistle. It's scoreless so far. Chances have not come that often for either side, as Maharlika Taguig FC and Cebu will settle for a scoreless draw after the first 45 minutes of action here in your PFL. Abusi, Daniel Gadia, Kenry Balobo here for Maharlika Taguig. And the first 45 minutes have come to a close here. Wala pa pong nakaka-score, wala pang nakaka-goal in this match. And they're going to discuss strategy here. Maharlika, Cebu will try to come up with a first strike. Pero malalaman natin when we return. This is the Philippines Football League 2024-2025 season. The live broadcast is on Matchday Media. Back inside Rizal Memorial as at the half, it is still nothing here for Maharlika Taguig and Dynamic Herb Cebu. Our two clubs trying to, or in search of that opening goal for this match as we are moments away from the start of the second half. Chances not really plenty here for either side. And Maharlika trying to go direct in transition. Although it's been Cebu, that ball has stayed in front of them dun sa kanilang attacking half. But they have not gotten that much touches doon sa mismong penalty area, the danger zone where they can really come up with attempts here. And makikita natin sa mga numero mamaya. It's not quite the match that Cebu had expected. And for Maharlika to put things in a perspective here, well, they are pretty much in this contest. Kung makaisa ang Maharlika rito, that will change the complexion of this match. And of course, such a physical encounter as well. Well, it's tight so far. Hindi pa nag-open up ang mga pagkakataon rito for either Maharlika and Cebu. As we take a look at some of the numbers, and again, Cebu in control possession-wise. They've gotten 6 shots here. Maharlika kalahati lang, but only 1 shot on target really, and hindi pa gaanong kalakasan yan to challenge either of the goalkeepers here. And of course, again, nabanggit natin, quite a physical encounter so far. 11 total fouls. Na yellow card kanina si Michael Menzi. But other than that, hindi pa natin nakikita, there has not been, a legitimate sequence na yung masasabi nating muntik na makagol, muntik na makascore. And we are about to find out if that changes as we are moments away from the start of the second half. Once again, magandang gabi na po sa kanilang lahat. This is the Philippines Football League 2024-2025 season. The live broadcast presentation hatid sa atin ng Matchday Media, napapanood sa PFL Facebook and YouTube as well as on Premier Football. Cebu in white, Maharlika in black. And Cebu will open the second half, playing from left to right now on your screens, in search of that opening goal. And we're off. Kore. So no changes here for, it looks like Gaito Myland has entered the field. No changes for Maharlika. But for Cebu, ipinasok na si Gaito Myland, so they're trying to find that instant impact. Bailey still part of the offensive here. We'll just look at kung sino yung binaba rito. Daniel Gadya still part as well of this combination. Gadya sending it forward for Kore. At nandoon sa kanan, itong si Gaito Myland. Hawatam also still part of this. Rosquillo. Nagkasabitan sila ni William Winter. 14 against 14. Yan po yung mga jersey number nila. But it looks like, Cebu will get it back. Corsame nasa kaliwang bahagi pa rin itong si Corsame. It looks like Camille Amirul ang pinalitan rito ni Gaito Myland. So even more offensive-minded Cebu. Parang nagmistulang back to na lang yung depensa ng Cebu rito. Not really minding the defense right now. Myland lobs one in, and that one straight to Henry Balobo Abusi, trying to tap that ball papunta sa goal, but not much really to be a challenge here. You see the sling coming from Myland. Well, paunti-unti medyo dumarami na yung pagkakataon rito for Cebu to try and score. Quick turn here for Huatam. And again, really quite amazed at the approach here now for Cebu. Sabihin na natin si Kainoa Bailey tsaka si Kursame yung dalawang fullback, but the way it's set up here for Cebu, parang back to lang yung dalawa, and then everyone else just coming forward here. A quick release here for Davao. Gadia ahead for Myland. And Baguio had to surrender the corner here. A chance here now for Cebu. Corner set piece para sa kanila. Cebu, they take it quickly. Myland. And here comes the cross. And on the follow-up again, something not necessary here for Cebu. Papo Corsame Jr. Inilabas lang ang bola. Here's the cross. It was Menzi who got a touch. And a wise decision on Menzi to send it away. Maharlika sticking to their 11. Wala pang ipinapasok rito si Coach Marian Mihail, who is of course from Romania. Now the coach of Maharlika Taguig. For a while, alam natin si Coach Roxy Dorlas. And there was another, of course, tactician who also led itong Maharlika, David Basa. Yung dalawang nag-handle sa Maharlika and now leading the personnel is Coach Marian Mihail. Meanwhile, they send it to the middle. Cebu. Gadia leaves it for Kobayashi. Korsame lobs this one in, and Abusi, the hitter. It's a high looper. It's out. Still nothing for Cebu here. Although paunti-unti, they're starting to feel it. They're starting to sense that you're getting the ball forward. We're getting crosses. We're getting those passes to the box. It's just a matter of the finishing para sa kanila. Baloboy, long one once more. Now, if you have been observing this match from the get-go, Maharlika not really building from the back, quite direct here. Just trying to find Libre, sometimes Winter. A pass back here for Badelik. Quick release to the midfield. C trying to control. Ihintayin ni Myland. Myland chooses C, balik kay Myland. Myland. And now the turn. Huatam. That one, they're contesting, nanahawakan, and Huatam telling our referee na handball, but nevertheless they get another corner, Cebu. Oh, tough to see from that angle, but Michael Menzi doing just enough para walang malinaw na tira para kay Zamorano Huatam. But it's going to be a corner for Cebu. Doon naman sa kaliwang bahagi. It's an in-swinger. And that one captured by Balobo. Great effort from the shot stopper. Rising forward. And a long ball once more. Well, it has not been accurate here for Maharlika in terms of passes. Libre trying to bother Davao. Bailey. Mylan, ibabalik muna kay Bailey. Now Kore. Well, a bit of a change here. Kore, balik dun sa kanyang usual spot doon sa bandang midfield. Ang nakaangat rito is Abusi. Zamorano Huatam changing direction. The shot. And finally, dynamic Herb Cebu, Abu C, able to hand them their opening goal of the evening. The Gentle Giants are up ahead in the 53rd minute. Well, the persistence paying off here for Cebu. Hoatam, that one took a deflection perhaps, but Abu C was there to clean it up. Maharlika contesting na offside. Let's take a look at that. Beating the defense initially of Michael Menzi and then Abu C. Here's a better look. To the left, to the right, Hoatam. Passing that one to Abu C. From that angle, it looked like they stayed onside. There was John Bancole. Siya yung last line of defense. And as it stands, it will count. Abu C delivers the opener here for Cebu. And finally, the persistence pays off for the Gentle Giants here. Corsame is taken down. And it looks like Muntesu. We do have a change here finally for Maharlika. In the meantime, let's look at that one more time. Napatid lang ni Muntesu itong si Corsame, impeding his path. And it looks like William Winter, ibinaba na rito ni Coach Marian Mihail. Ang papasok si Jorel Aristorenas. Well, Aristorenas sort of plays that 9 position. Yung central attacking midfielder. Makikita natin kung saan siya ilalagay rito. If it's more of a holding spot for him. Aristorenas. Mahilig rin sa esports version ng football ito si Jorel. Nakita natin yan throughout the pandemic era. Lagi naglalaro ng again the virtual version of the beautiful game. Gadia. Lots of space here in the middle. Now they set up Corsame. Corsame had to slide for that one. Kobayashi. And it's denied by Palobo. That one enough to make him commit. Pero hindi lulusot para kay Masaya Kobayashi. That was a solid shot from the Japanese national. Tingnan natin on the cutback by Corsame. That one definitely on target. Nabitawan pa bahagya ni Balobo, and that's just owing to the fact na ang lakas ng attempt na yon. And Maharlika, they send it away once more. Cebu wasting no time. Kore, ibibigay ulit kay Hoatam. Kabilaan rito, Hoatam and Myland, left and right wings respectively. And now Hoatam on his own. Zamorano beating a lot of people but couldn't beat Palobo. That could have been a spectacular finish for him. Ang dami niyang iniwan doon. Let's take a look at this. Menzi to his left. There was Aristorenas as well. And then Bancole. Na out of balance pa si Bancole doon. But the shot, ultimately, Kenry Balobo was there. In the meantime, a corner taken quickly. Cebu, hindi pa tapos ito. Myland. But that one straight to Balobo once more. The activity picking up here for Balobo. Sa kabila naman, Jun Badelik. Medyo mas relaxed para sa kanya. Able to go out of his area. But now back in between the sticks. Libre had the intention of threading that needle. Papunta kay Muntesu. But Cebu again able to stifle that sequence for Maharlika. Again, just short-lived possessions here for Maharlika Taguig. Inside the danger zone once more. And that time, Kore trying to connect with Abu C. It looks like there is another change here for Maharlika. So Brian Jeffrey Palpalatok, player number 3. Looks like si Angeles yung ibababa rito ng Maharlika Taguig. Marvin Angeles, that is. One half of the Angeles brothers. Maru Angeles, of course, playing for Kaya. Nanalo sila kanina against Mendiola. A superb result for them. Just 8-1. Quite the juggernaut here, Kaya, as they retake the pole position in the league table. Manila Digger, 1 Taguig. And Cebu, number 2, number 3, and number 4 respectively. Tatakbo ang Maharlika. Could have the numbers. Aristorenas leaves it for Libre. Aatras muna Baguio. Back to Libre. Oh, it's a good through ball. And Montesu, well, they don't call it. Shoulder to shoulder now. And a finger wag from Charles Dabao. Well, that's one way to stop that possible build-up from Maharlika. Charles Dabao, the third, just making the most out of that build and the physicality without going overboard, of course. But Cebu unable to keep the ball to their side. Aristorenas, ibabalik muna. Token pressure here from Abusi. And now more players up for Cebu. They can sense it. Pinapahirapan ng Maharlika from the back. Bancole. Now they go direct. Trying to target Libre. But he's up against Rosquillo. Able to get the ball. It looks like there is contact. I think there was a short pull. Tingnan natin. Rosquillo, look at the obvious size differential here. But Libre, oh, it was a handball. I think yun yung tinawag rito. Well, actually, twice. Tumama sa braso ni MJ Libre. So even if nahila from behind ni Rosquillo, well, of course, precedence takes place. And looks like Chima Uzoka has been sent in dito in the place of Daniel Gadia. So even more offensive options here for Cebu. And kita natin sa unahan agad, Chima Uzoka. Menzi has it. Sends it for Kofi Bini. And now the dribble. Oh, covering a lot of ground here. Great solo effort from Maharlika. Saidi. And they earn a corner here. Maharlika Taguig, an encouraging spell. And mostly from the solo effort of Ahmad Saidi. Ang layo ng na-cover na ground dito ni number 8 Saidi. From the back, just dribbling that ball, bringing it to the midfield, and then finally setting up Montesu. A chance here for Maharlika, as we are already past the 1 hour mark, 61st minute already of this match. And the first corner of the match also for Maharlika, already 3 for Cebu. This is an outswinger. Good height, but straight to the midst of June Badelik. Lumabas na rin, lumampas yung bola doon sa goal line. Nagkamali ng pectus rito si Montesu. Bola balik sa Cebu. Myland used as a substitute here. Ipinasok in the second half. And of course, Cebu also managing yung kanilang mga player rito. Meron pa silang ACL2. They fly to South Korea to face Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors FC once more. Ang mga wala rito for Cebu, Yusuf Cekic, Jacob Liao, Emmanuel Genko, even si Devrim Yannick, Rintaro Hama, John Lucero, Berke Onde, and even Of course, Alimao. Yan yung ilan lang sa mga wala rito for Cebu as we have another foul. Marius Core down momentarily. Now Cebu, we talked to their team manager, of course, Hannah Wong, and lumipad sila to Manila just this early morning. They train in Cebu, and when they have matches here in Manila, they just fly in and out. Well, it's not really that a long distance trip if you think about it. It's less than 2 hours from Cebu to Manila by plane. Pero syempre, you have to be still early in the airport as it looks like Raymart De Los Santos, our referee, discussing something here with one of our assistant referees. Just a little halt to the action. Abu C providing Cebu the much needed cushion here. 1-0 scored in the 53rd minute from close range. It looks like our referee has a word for Daniel Gadya, and that's why itinaas yung yellow card. Well, Daniel Gadya already has been replaced here by Chima Uzoka. Might have said something na narinig ng ating referee, and that is why the booking here, well, tandaan natin ang mga yellow card na iipon yan throughout this season. You reach a certain amount of yellow cards and you're suspended for the next match. So ingat-ingat rin sa mga players natin, and there's the confirmation. 65 minutes now. Well, Cebu does have possession here. Ibabalik rito ni Marius Core as they try to restart and come up with something here. Core goes left to Papu Corsame. Charles Davao III on an individual level doing a great job doon sa mga paunti-unti panakanakang mga pagkakataon for Maharlika. Bailey. Cebu trying to stretch the field here. Good challenge initially by Libre, pero naiwan ni Bailey, and now he recovers. Kainoa met by another defender. And Darlton, or that's Saidi rather. Kaso last touch niya. Well, nevertheless, Maharlika able to delay yung possession rito for Cebu. Jaime Rosquillo. Davao back to Kobayashi, and now Corsame again. Paunti-unti, niunti-unti ng Cebu rito. Hindi sila nagmamadali. They're just patient. They're methodical with their approach. Badelik. It's just Badelik just enjoying perhaps na hindi niya kailangan mag-save ng napakaraming tira rito. That wasn't the case against Muangthong United a couple of weeks ago. Dynamic Herb Cebu FC, of course, they play in the AFC Champions League 2. They had a 2-2 draw against Muangthong on the road. However, back at home, it was a 9-2 defeat, deflating setback para sa kanila. And then in the domestic level, a come from behind victory, a comeback for the ages for the Gentle Giants against Davao Aguilas. Lumamang yung Davao 2-0, and then Abu C back-to-back incursions, and then finally Rio Togashi with the go-ahead goal. And nabanggit nga natin Coach Nihat Tumkaya, and of course Mr. Urtasi, the amiable owner of Dynamic Herb Cebu FC, just trying to get rhythm here, some more consistency as they progress with their campaign in the season. 2 rounds po tayo rito. We have 10 clubs playing each other twice for a total of 18 matches. And we do have a final series here. This ball sent into the box. Hinahabol ni Digha. They leave it, but no connection there for Tesu. Baguio. It's an extended spell here for Maharlika. But Coffee Beanie on this looper, lalabas. Not a precise delivery coming from the defender. And that was an abrupt end to what could have been something positive here for Maharlika. Corsame. Bothered by Darlton Digha for a moment. They swing it over to the right side. We do see a couple of substitutes warming up here for Cebu. Mylan, burst of speed. But great defending as well from Lawrence Baguio. Again, an achiever in the collegiate level, Lawrence Baguio, number 15. Has been with Maharlika for quite some time now. Couple of changes here and it looks like pagpapahingahin na si Sumaranyo Hawatam, pati si Mario Score. And they have Rio Togashi entering for Kore. JB Berlongan also part of the offensive now. Pagpapahingahin si Zamoranyo Hawatam. So interesting to see what the look will be here. Looks like si Mylan pa rin yung right winger dito. JB Berlongan will be the left winger. Corsame sort of playing full back here. Doon pa rin sa kaliwa, a left back here for Cebu. At the last moment, Kobayashi trying or deciding to send it to Bailey. Here's the delivery, but it is off and out as we come up on the 70th minute of the match. And Cebu in control thanks to Abusi. One goal scored in the 53rd minute. Well, it's not like, well, Maharlika and Cebu have many reserves here. With just a maximum of 5 to be made. And again, another errant pass here for Maharlika. And yung mga simpleng pasa na ganon, just the fundamentals here. That's what's been preventing them from really stringing something. Well, Cebu also throwing it away. Digha from the right. They'll try to build. Pero dalawa agad ang sumalubong. And now Borlongan. Hinahabol ni Digha. And pinatama na lang sa kanya. Throw in for Cebu. Togashi now part of the offensive here. Ryo Togashi and Masaya Kobayashi. That connection. Corsame comes forward, sends it immediately to the box. See, able to turn. Togashi, Mylan, Kainoa Bailey. Maharlika able to recover somehow, marking their assignments. Dabao. Corsame makes his move. Well, trying to evade the defense of Digha. But Digha persistent here. But somehow ends up with Togashi once more. Mylan, quick first touch here. The ball stays on the left flank for Cebu. Mylan being chased. Well, it's still good of Maharlika to try and close in on those gaps. But of course, Cebu just trying to find one more conversion here for good measure. An extended spell for them already. Borlongan slings one in, intended for C, cleared by Baguio. And another chance for Cebu. It stays with them. Well, that's a good 2 minutes shaved off the clock here for Cebu as they keep it to their side. Kobayashi. Lots of space here for Kainoa. Inamarkahan ni Libre. Myland. Masaya Kobayashi once more. Gaito Myland. A 1-2 here. Here's the overlap. Gaito Myland pero hindi nakaikot si Chima. JB, the ball ends up with him. Goes to his left. A tough angle there. Masyado ng malalim para sa Cebu and it ends like that. But just the fact that they've kept that ball and tried to create. Take a look at that against Palpalatok. It's really difficult from that angle. Cut back na lang talaga yung pag-asa mo usually. And Cebu, well, partly thanks to that spell, they have really controlled possessions here. 65%. And again, if you're watching, of course, from your screens, nasa kanan lang yung bola palagi. That's the Cebu attacking half. Maharlika in their black kits, playing from right to left. Baguio, it's a high looper. Controlled by Rosquillo, but it ends up with Libre. Sending it forward, intended for Darlton Digha. Pero masyadong malakas. And Jun Badelic, it's been a while since we mentioned his name. But of course, still part of the 11 here. Did have to save some shots back in the first half na hindi naman masyadong mahirap para sa kanya. Well, certainly not for a shot stopper of his quality, of his caliber, Jun Badelic. Chima leaves it for Abusi. And now another long one here. Well, Abusi. But that one had a deflection. So a corner for Cebu. Quite fortunate there for Abusi. Trying to surprise Maharlika, surprise everyone here inside Rizal Memorial with a long-range conversion. Gaito Myland. Looks like an in-swinger here. Quite low on the delivery here, but it's kept alive somehow. Good effort from Rosquillo, or Kobayashi rather. Bailey back heels it for Masaya. And that one, Balobo from behind, and that will obviously go to Maharlika. A great effort on his own, of course, Balobo. Well, someone from Cebu, kinubukang i-header yung pasa na yun from Kobayashi. Just rising. And that was Rosquillo, who of course also possesses the height here. Already 76 minutes into this match. The Gentle Giants protecting this 1-0 separation. Abusi in the 53rd minute. The lone conversion of the match so far. Philippines Football League 2024-2025 action. Hatid sa atin ng Matchday Media ang inyong live broadcast presentation na papanood sa Facebook at YouTube ng Philippines Football League, as well as on Premier Football for those of you who have it. The official match ball is Sports Tribe. And this is part of a triple header Saturday slate for us here. Manila Digger nakauna in that first match. And doon naman sa pangalawa, check that, Davao Aguilas rather. In that first match, and then in the second match, Kaya with a masterpiece against Mendiola. And now down to the third and final match of this evening. We have two more matches in store for you tomorrow. Libre solo effort, but will not be able to control as three white shirts nearby attending to him, of course. And off Cebu goes for a counter. Borlongan. Uzoka unable to turn. Well, the shot there is met. Myland, second serving. And Baguio right there sacrificing. Although it looks like Baguio's been hit. Just a correction, it was Juan Taguig who won the opening match against the PFF Under-20 national team, and Lawrence Baguio, unfortunately, well, that one, at medyo pinulikat na rin si MJ Libre doon. But just the challenge there. Oh, sometimes yun yung kailangan mong gawin para harangan yung tira ng kalaban, and Lawrence Baguio hit in a region where no man wants to get hit, to say the least. Yun na lang ang sasabihin natin. 78 minutes now. Lawrence Baguio, again, out of the College of St. Benilde. Had quite the collegiate career for the NCAA Men's Football Tournament. Was also a best defender there nung panahon niya in Benilde. And Lawrence Baguio, he told me an interesting story. Well, Baguio, of course, is from the Visayas, and then his first flight to Manila, as of course he earned a scholarship para makapaglaro for Benilde. Lawrence Baguio, nabanggit niya, no, yung unang lipad niya dito sa Maynila, maligaw-ligaw pa siya, and it was actually Coach Hans Smith who helped him sumundo sa kanya. And the rest is history here. Being able to play for Maharlika, also playing for the 7-a-side league diyan sa BGC Taguig. Looks like we have a couple of changes here, and quite fittingly here for Maharlika. Medyo the damage being sustained here by both Baguio and Libre. So it looks like Raymond Abo in for ang pinalitan rito is actually Saidi. So Ahmad Saidi. And then looks like Jerome Marzan is in for Libre. Lawrence Baguio still part of the defense here for Maharlika. So Libre, pinalitan na ni Jerome Marzan. Again, another staple player here for Maharlika. A long one here from Charles. Myland able to control. Minamarkahan ni MJ Libre pa rin. Myland creates the separation. Delivers. Poked loose. And on the rebound, Corsame being bothered by Aristorenas. Corsame pa rin. Tatlo na ang lumapit. Borlongan fakes the pass, and now he delivers for Myland. Masyadong lampas lang. But Cebu again still in control here. 81st minute now. Bailey. Lots of space now for Myland. Oh, the fake. Beautifully done. But no turn there for Chima as they waste away the opening. Chima Uzoka unable to turn. But it's still with Cebu. Bola pa rin for the Gentle Giants. Another lob. And that one slapped away and finally controlled by Ken Ribalobo as he puts an end to that extended spell yet again for Cebu. And the Gentle Giants, of course, well, they have controlled possession here about maybe more than 65% now. Pero hindi nagtatranslate doon sa ating scoreline. Just one conversion here. Abu C heavy on the first touch. Oh, that one bounces off the crossbar. It did not go past the goal line. Wala pa rin for Cebu. And again, we just mentioned it. It has not translated into more lopsided margin here. It's just 1-0. Abu C. And now it looks like the staff here of Maharlika telling them to press a little bit, make it difficult for Cebu. But Corsame, he just has this ball behind. It does not look like Maharlika is accepting the invitation to press. And Cebu will just restart yet again. Myland controls with the chest, keeps it in play. More importantly, Myland lilipat sa gitna bahagya. Masyadong malakas on that receive from Uzoka. Bailey, balik sa gitna, Abusi. Quite a scramble that is. And now Uzoka trying to control. Marzan gets into that picture. And finally the whistle blown as it will go back to Maharlika's side. Again, just quite the scramble here. Diyan sa bandang gitna. The high boot. Abusi looks like siya yung natawagan doon against Raymond Abo. In the latter parts now of this match, of what has been, mainly a Cebu controlled contest, even if it's just a 1-0 separation for them. About 7 more minutes plus added time here in the second half. Dynamic Herb Cebu FC with 10 points in the league table, in a good position to make it 13 points para lang manatili sila doon sa top 4. So just to recap, Taguig defeating the PFF under-20 national team kanina 4-0, and then Kaya FC Iloilo in the second match 8-1 against Mendiola FC 1991. That was competitive from the first half. 2-1 lang yung kalamangan ng Kaya doon, but the floodgates just opened in the second half. And now Cebu again is trying to prevail in this match. Not much offensive sequences for Maharlika at all. Marzan will try to collect. It's a foot race. Baguio and Myland. Baguio doing his best to control. Sending it to Abo, but Bailey. And now he loses it. Abo trying to thread the needle to Muntesu. They go to the ground, but Daba was there. He's trying to get into the path of that ball. Well, everyone wants a piece of that. And now it's with Borlongan. Kontra Palpalatok. Borlongan. Abusi. And they can just manage the clock here, Cebu. Just a controlled approach here, and then bababa na lang sa depensa to prevent a counter-attack. Rosquillo, they swing it over to the right side again. Oh, good fake there from Bailey. Abusi going the other way, protecting that ball from Muntesu. 86 minutes now. About 4 more plus added time. Cebu again in front. Abusi responsible for the lone goal here of the Gentle Giants. Mylan ibibigay kay Uzoka on the cutback. They go to the ground, intended for Tagashi, but to no avail. And again, they track it back down. Corsame covering a lot of ground here. Masyadong mabagal ang pasa. Muntesu. And the long one. Wala namang problema doon para kay June Badelik. Susubukan sanang manggulat ni Tesu, but of course Badelik is right in between the sticks. Uzoka. C. They go to the air that time around. Myland. Just excellent control here. The skill here for Gaito Myland, one of the foreign reinforcements for Cebu. Corsame. A through ball intended for Uzoka. Hindi niya makukuha yon. Clearance Maharlika. Tracked down by Aristorenas. Leaves it for Darlton Digha. Bancole. And now a chance here to build. Marzan. Babalik muna. Baguio. Hinahabol ni Myland. And now a promising start here for Maharlika. They send it into open space. Pero hindi na maaabutan ni Raymond Abo. Good intention on the part of Maharlika. But a better approach here coming from Jaime Rosquillo. Hinarangan na lang yung takbo doon. The Raymond Abo as that ball sails out. Kobayashi. Kursame. On an individual level, yung mga player ng Cebu sa kanilang mga positions doing a great job here to ensure it's a cohesive unit. It's a well-oiled machine, so to speak. I mean, of course, from the back, Amirul kanina in the first half, and now you have Rosquillo and even Gadia also back in the first half. And now the super subs here, Borlongan. Oh, the high boot, sayang, tinamaan niya yung kalaban. I think that's Brian Jeffrey Palpalatok. Good control on the part of JB. Whoop. Yun nga lang, papalapit din si Palpalatok and of course, immediately reacting to that. And delikado talaga yung high boot. But JB of course, trying to control initially with the chest. Korsame sends it out. So as it stands, let's just take a look at our table real quick here. So Kaya still in front, now with 13 points and a plus 16 goal differential. Bola mawawala sa Maharlika and Abu C leaves it for Bailey. Intended target itong si Mylan pero tabingi lang ng bahagya yung pasa. Kaya FC plus 16 goal differential, 13 points. Taguig number 2 with 13 points as well, plus 12 goal differential. But Taguig, they've already played 6 matches. Nag-drop points yan. And then Manila Digger, arguably the surprise of the season so far, with 12 points in 5 matches, 4 wins. And then Dynamic Herb Cebu with 10 points and a plus 9. So a win here. If they prevail here, Cebu, they will go up to number 3. And tandaan natin yung ating league format for the season. We don't have an automatic champion, as we have 4 more minutes of added time now into stoppage time in this contest, and Cebu can definitely just manage the clock here, just prevent any last minute disaster coming from the other side. That is Maharlika Taguig. Maharlika Taguig still with 4 points here and number 7 in the league table. And again, nabanggit natin, hindi dahil number 1 after the double round classification at champion agad. We are bringing back the final series for this tournament or for this league, kung saan ang top 4 teams ay maghaharap-harap doon sa knockout phase at tinatawag nating the final series. So you just have to be in the top 4. Borlongan, Abu C, and Kenry Balobo bobbled it initially, recovered at the last minute. And Borlongan trying to find the connection with Abu C, but good thing Balobo was there to bother. Well, suddenly this ball, but it ends up with Jun Badelik. Inahabol ni Montesu. And a good approach there for Badelik. It's common for goalkeepers kapag sasaluhin nila yung bola galing sa itaas, medyo iaangat yung tuhod. Well, not in any way na overextended, just to shield their body and prevent the offensive player from getting a touch. So Jun Badelik, well, hopeful that it's another clean sheet for him, as we are just about 2 more minutes before the conclusion of this contest. Will that Abusi conversion in the 53rd minute be enough? Cebu trying to move to number 3 in our league table and just really gather more momentum, gather more consistency into their campaign. Twice now the runners-up of the league. Also a semi-finalist in the cup. Copa Paulino Alcantara. Cebu trying to take that next step and be the team to beat. It's a long season for them. And a bit of a caution here for our referee, trying to cover a lot of ground. Kainoa Bailey from the throw-in. Meron namang allowance na maglakad ang player from the throw-in, but not that much. Kung saan lumabas yung bola, dun mo ulit dapat ibalik yung bola. Davao, Montesu, nagkasabitan. It's just a let go here. Wala namang nakakuha ng bentahe from that entanglement. Cebu will really just manage the clock now. In just a few more seconds, the final whistle will blow. And the whistle here. Oh, Maharlika takes it back. Pagkakataon. But for some reason, they send it back to Balobo, being chased by 2. And he had no other recourse but to send it out. Cebu, well, they can really cap this match off if they convert here. But 1 goal, it seems like it is enough. Rosquillo. And that is the final whistle, the confirmation, the dynamic Herb Cebu FC, the Gentle Giants, Abusi in the 53rd, that proved to be enough for them to secure the full 3 points. And the man of the match is Masaya Kobayashi, of course, being called to action early on after the injury to Rhino Gutierrez doon sa numero 6. It's one of the holding midfielders and really just taking care of that midfield for Cebu, even as, of course, Abusi delivered the lone goal of this contest. And that's the full-time score. Abusi in the 53rd. The only difference of this match on an assist, if we're not mistaken, Zamorano Huatam finds him from close range. Well, one of the many chances that Cebu had for that ball to get into the box. And for Coach Niat Tumkaya and the rest of the Gentle Giants, that lone conversion proved to be enough as the players dab it up in the middle of the field. Of course, with the presence of their team owner, Urtasi, also. And we do have 2 more matches in store for you tomorrow. A doubleheader Sunday naman. And it's Talion Laguna going up against Loyola. 2 of the most established clubs as well, going a long way back. And then at 7 p.m. Davao Aguilas Yumak naman against Manila Digger. And that is a match-up between number 4 now and number 6. So middle of the pack contenders rito as we wrap this one up once again. Dynamic Herb Cebu SC able to just really sneak 1 goal in, which in the end proved to be enough here. And of course, Cebu will still have ACL2 action up next as they face South Korean side Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors FC doon sa South Korea in Jeonju on November 28. But for now, first things first, they get the job done here in the local scene. So we see some of the moments here throughout the contest, some of the highlights that transpired. And overall, a better second half for Cebu just in terms of getting that ball to where they wanted it to. It was a tough afternoon, a tough evening for Kenry Balobo. But this was the lone difference of the match. Hoatam sending it to Abusi. And that one able to find the back of the net. Hoatam making it happen. and Abu C takes care of the rest. And that is the final. Maharlika Taguig FC 0, Dynamic Herb Cebu FC 1. Sa lahat po ng bumubuo ng Match Day Media, the live broadcast presentation of your Philippines Football League 2024-2025. Magmula po rito sa Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. At sa lahat rin po ng bumubuo ng inyong liga mismo. And again, on behalf of Match Day Media, this has been Levi Verora on the call saying wherever you are, wherever you're from, this is the Philippines Football League on the rise. Buhay po kayong lahat and have a good night's sleep ahead. We'll see you at the games.